So I've been on the road for about 4 months. I've gone to multiple countries, and they never expected me to get out of the trap that they put me in the corner of the country. And it's kind of funny because there's a biblical quote that says that it is better to live in the corner of your house than to share the home with a contemptuous woman. And that's kind of a funny thing, because I was in the corner of the United States, in the upper corner, in a rural area, being harassed, tortured, kept down by people that decided to surround me. And they just wanted to keep me down because they knew I was very good at what I was doing. They knew that my blessings and my gifts, they could try to take advantage of, steal, not benefit me, take advantage of they wanted to take advantage of my gifts and my blessings. Instead of work with me, they wanted to take from me. And so they fucked up, because I know who they are. And if they didn't want to help me, then they just wanted to hurt me. Now, I've identified both the groups, and it's the same assholes who are coming around who are supposed to have been helping me this whole time. They're just running around taking from me. They fucked up. Both of them fucked up bad. I went half around the world. So my colors were chartreuse green, which is a French green, and a royal blue. Those are the two colors that I identified with. Part of the goal of those colors were looking to help out the next generation, looking out for the children, and looking out for the vulnerable, like old people and like women, right? So part of it was law enforcement. You'll see the chartreuse green and royal blue and law enforcement. You can't deny that, because that's been around for close to a decade now. Suicide hotline in the United Kingdom. Agriculture, there's some chartreuse green agriculture that has to do with what I had done in order to help people have a healthier body. Some of the fertilizers and designs of agriculture I came up with. You'll see that. I don't want to say exactly what it is, because I don't want to take the idea that I came up with and damage the companies that took advantage of that, because they're helping out where they're at with what they're doing. Eco-friendly things, like offshore oil rigs that have reefs around them that are basically green. Electric vehicles, those are chartreuse green, some of them, that had to do with moving forward to being more eco-friendly. The whole time the demon side's been fighting. They're like, we can't do electric, we can't do that. And you know what? Right now we can't, because the evil side's been holding back energy sources. They want to see, this is the joke. The uranium hexafluoride, which is what is used in the nuclear reactors we have, breaks down to plutonium, and plutonium, they take that and they use that for nuclear bombs. So really it's just a bunch of assholes who want to play power games. They want to keep nuclear energy and continue using uranium, because they want to, it's all who's got the biggest dick, right? Who's got the most bombs type of mentality, which is really fucking crude male mentality. We've had thorium designed, thorium salt molten salt reactors for decades, and they're effective, they're efficient. They shut themselves down when they let's say you have a nuclear reactor that goes critical. It literally shuts itself down and isolates the nuclear material. The thorium is non-reactive enough to where it's not a problem to begin with. Okay, so when I tell you that we should have been using thorium decades ago, it's very much true. France, actually, part of its GDP is holding the nuclear waste of every other country in the world. They have a huge bunker, and they just store it, and everybody else pays them an annual fee, annual dividend, just to store barrels of disgusting shit that we shouldn't even really have on this planet. We shouldn't even be using that. When I sit there and I think about these things, it makes me mad, because everything that I've been fighting against the Illuminati. I was supposed to be a member, and I was supposed to basically be one of the assholes. My dad had a George Larson cartoon, and it was God sitting over the planet, and he was sprinkling a salt shaker over the planet, and the God was saying, and just to make things interesting, he'd be sprinkling people out of a salt shaker, and what it said on the salt shaker was jerks. Assholes. And so, you know, it was a joke about God pouring assholes over the planet just to make things interesting. And I don't believe that, but it was kind of like my dad's mentality, right? Some people were put on this planet to do what they were gonna do, and all I have to say is that I'm glad and I'm proud that I chose to go the right direction instead of be one of the jerks or the assholes. And you know, I've also done some things in the medical industry. 15 years ago, when I was building LED lights for gardening, right when it became a kind of like a fad, I started building them from scratch myself. I realized that it would work good for skin therapy too, and that took off. It originally, the first company that took advantage of that was in South Africa. I think the same town in which Elon Musk came from. That was Johannesburg, right? I don't know if Elon Musk was from Johannesburg, but anyways, it was somewhere around where Elon Musk came from. But yeah, this first company that started doing that was called Fotizo, and they're still in existence, and they still use the green and blue colors for their products, their product placement. The beautiful thing is that a lot of this stuff you can't get off the internet. It's stuck there. It's stuck there. You see it, right? It's there. So if you see my chartreuse green and my royal blue, that was part of the influence of what I had. One of the things that's a problem though is that there are some people, when you get big enough, there's some people that get underneath you, start doing sneaky shit and start shitting in your swimming pool. And that's what I've had recently. I had some people who are trying to do what you would call a corporate takeover and have been shitting in my swimming pool. They're already busted though. That's the thing. They can't get away with it. With everything that they've been doing, they've been just trying to booby trap me left and right. And because of that, they're gonna get themselves in trouble. You look at everything that I've been doing, and it's been towards the good, towards taking care of the next generation, the weak and the vulnerable. Medical problems, police, things like that. And you know, my track record stands for itself. So I came halfway around the world. The Illuminati's been fighting me fucking hard, man. Fucking hard. And there's some shitheads that are part of the lower levels of the Illuminati that, you know, strength in numbers, and that's what they've been doing. They're too stupid to realize that what they're doing is they're harming the same person that was protecting them from the top, right? It's not a smart thing when the same person that has been trying to take care of you and help you out along the way, you backstab and sabotage at a convenient time. All you're going to end up with is a pile of shit in your hands anyways. Kind of funny, kind of a funny thing to say. That being said, you know, I went halfway around the world, saw the reflection of my influence in a lot of different things, you know, and I'm proud to say that I was happy with all of it. Not in disagreement with anything that I saw. When I first came here, they tried to deprive me of sleep. I was tired. I'd been running around different countries for 2 months, deprived of sleep. So what they did, they tried to continue to deprive me of sleep. Same thing that happened in my own home. In my own home, they had semis going by, blowing air horns. Not just regular air horns, train horns. The assholes where I was living in the Olympic Peninsula, upper northwestern corner of the United States, which is kind of a rural area outside of Seattle. Yeah, there's a bunch of assholes up there. It's the same place where Twilight was filmed, out in Forks. Yeah, I'm not close to that, but I'm around that area, right? We'll put it that way. At least I was until I got the fuck out of there. A bunch of Satanists live there now, and they're running around harassing me, fucking with me, chasing me around. I'd go in public and they would fuck with me. You know, like gang stalking status. I'd stay at home, they'd blare air horns at 3 in the morning, harassing me, fucking with me. You know, shit that should be illegal. And I even called the cops. I called the cops a couple times. They didn't do shit about it. So I'm like, okay, you know, when you've got somebody that already works with the cops that's bad mouthing you playing games, they're not going to do much for you, right? And so it's kind of funny because the same people I'm holding up and was helping are the same people who I've been defending for the last decade, are the same people who fell prey to the liar in their own midst. But you know what? He's going to get what's coming to him anyways. You know, no debt in the universe goes unpaid. And when you booby trap someone, you badmouth them, you sit there and you play those games, you watch everything that he's doing just so you can take advantage and fuck with them, it comes back around. What goes around comes around. And all I was doing was sitting at home, trying to work, trying not to get harassed, and they were coming to my front door and blowing train horns. So they fucked up. They fucked up big time. So I left, and what did they try to do? The same exact shit. They tried to deprive me of sleep, right? Try to fucking deprive me of sleep. And when that didn't work, because it was like, okay, well, fuck you very much, I didn't react, right? Because the first thing that the demons want to do is they want you to react. So after that so they all swarmed me the first couple weeks that I came here, and I didn't do anything because they wanted to steal, kill, and destroy. So they wanted to steal my ideas from me. They wanted to steal my personality because I'm a creature of light, right? These demons, they all sit in darkness, right? They all sit in darkness, so they have no light. They just want to steal it from other people because they think that that's okay. These are witches, warlocks, evil people. So they want to steal the light from a light bringer because that is how they live in a mediocre level of happiness, because they can't create their own happiness. They're stuck in a perpetual misery, and it's because they do it to themselves. In reality, they do it to themselves. So they swarm together because demons like to work in groups. That's one of the things. Demons always like to work in groups. I love this. So they'll swarm you, right? They'll swarm you, and then they'll try and figure out what you're doing, who you are, try and take advantage of your gifts, whatever they may be, and then try to discard you when they're done. However they do that. It might be jail, it might be death, suicide, and then they laugh about that because that's their power and control that they want, right? Because they don't have power or control over their own life. They're running around with the group being little monsters, and they end up hating their own life. And so the only way they feel they have control and power is by destroying other people who are independent, who care about themselves. And it makes them feel powerful, and makes them feel big. But in the end, they get to meet the pearly gates and say hi to God and explain what they had done. They chased me around, wanted to figure out what I was doing, where I was going, take advantage of the opportunities that came with that, and then try to discard me at the end. Didn't work. I just sat there for a couple months, stared at the fucking water, and didn't give them anything that was of value. Because they wanted to take a piece of me and use it for themselves, and not give me anything in return. So they started pestering me, right? They wanted to deprive me of sleep. They wanted a reaction out of me. They wanted a negative reaction so they could say, aha, he's a piece of shit. Didn't work. So after that, they started basically chasing me around, continuing to chase me around, and they started threatening me. That was a cute move. They started threatening me. And, first it was like weak threats, and then it ramped up to death threats. And I was like, all right, well, death threats, get in line, motherfuckers, and hurry it up if you're going to do it. And so I actually went to a place for a few days where there's no cameras. It was like, all right, let them know. I said, okay, I'm going to a place where there's no cameras. If you're going to do it, get your job done. Shut the fuck up and do it. Because I'm tired of you guys threatening me. Tired of you guys threatening me with death, with this, that, and the other bullshit. They tried to do the same thing when I was in jail 12 years ago. And then, so death didn't work. I said, okay, well, fuck you then. And then they started sending me messages. They started infiltrating my YouTube feed and other places, saying, what are your weaknesses, right? What are your insecurities? What are your fears and insecurities? It's like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to figure out, if you don't fear death, they got to find something while I'm alive to try and control me. I already know who the asshole is that's doing this. He's already busted. I wouldn't be surprised if he's tried to run out of the country already, run out of the United States to get away from it. He's not going to be able to get away from it. He doesn't realize that, like they said, they thought I was just a game piece on their board. They didn't realize I'm the whole fucking playing board. Kind of a mistake. I didn't want it to come to this. I really didn't. But we've got somebody who just won't back down as an alpha male and won't stop abusing me. All the way up to death threats, all the way up to trying to kill me. And then so they also know that I don't like jail, obviously. I didn't like it the last time I was in there. So they tried to use that against me. I'm like, sweet. Yeah, I told him, sweet. I don't have to deal with an asshole like you. I get 3 square meals a day. I'm good. You know, kind of like, I could care less what you try to threaten me with. You're an asshole. You're a really shitty person when it comes down to it, to try and do that to someone else and think that you can do that. Kind of funny to think about it like that. Because who on earth thinks that that this is okay to do to someone else who has been trying to be benevolent and take care of the world in a good way, right? So I mean, obviously, the person that's trying to make me look bad is basically the devil. I'm going to tell you right now, the person that's been trying to make me look bad has got the devil inside of them, because they don't like me trying to take care of the weak, the vulnerable, the women, and the old. It makes them look bad because they're running around doing bad shit trying to blame me for it. And, you know, it's the pot calling the kettle black, as they say. So yeah, they tried to do everything they possibly could except for cause physical harm to me. And what they had done, one of the things that they had done is they had what I think is one of the things that they had done is they had one of the things that I thought that they had done was yeah, some people walking by. I'm in a rural area. Give me a second. One of the things that they had done is they had basically exposed themselves, because right when all this harassment and crazy shit had started was the exact same time that this person had contacted me. So, you know, it's like when the shit starts, when the nonsense starts, right after a specific person contacts you, you know exactly what's going on. So, yeah, I came halfway around the world, and the same shit that was happening to me where I was living in my hometown happened here, but they couldn't do anything. They couldn't get me to react. They couldn't get me to break any laws. They couldn't get me to act out in a way that they could say, aha, look at that's the asshole. Look at what he did. They can't make me look like I'm some big bad wolf because I'm walking around like a little homeless bum. So that's a whole nother thing too. All the influence I've had in the world has not benefited me monetarily, personally. A lot of it has been altruistic, trying to help other people. And that speaks for itself too. So when I tell you that someone trying to blame me for their bullshit of all the crap that they've been doing while they've been collecting the funds, they can't get away with it. It just came out that the VPNs that people have been hiding behind on the computer to triangulate and do all the dumb shit they've been doing, they don't hide them. They don't hide them. So everyone that's been using a computer to operate, thinking that they can hide behind a VPN and hide behind a computer, yeah, they're busted now. And it all leads back. Guaranteed, it all leads back. So all I have to say is that I'm really disappointed in the people that were supposed to be actually my own family, my own bloodline. that thought it was okay to come back and try and sabotage me after a long period of time. I didn't do shit to them. That's what I don't get. I didn't do shit to them. And but they know what they're doing to me, and they're looking for a scapegoat. So they're in deep shit. They really are. They're in deep shit, deeper shit than they know. I just feel fortunate because you know, okay, so here's the thing. Why would they do everything under the book, threaten me with everything they possibly could, and not kill me? Unless they're trying to do some stupid plan for me. Unless they have some stupid idea, some stupid plan where they want me to still be alive for something or other. Otherwise they would have just killed me. They would have done something like Osama bin Laden or Saddam Hussein or some other fucking person. But you know what? The cat's out of the bag. Cat's out of the bag. You can't do shit with me now. You did too many dumb fucking things already, you little demons, to not be exposed, to not already be seen. And now, not only have you been exposed, but so have your weaknesses. And it shows exactly how weak and small you really are after your power's taken away. It shows that an entire country of your evil conglomerate couldn't even take down one child of light. Let me repeat that. Your entire conglomerate, an entire country, one of your strongholds, couldn't even drop one child of light. Recognize your weakness. Understand you've already lost. Back away slowly and allow me to continue to do what I was planning on doing to fulfill my destiny, whether you like it or not. I have a purpose here. I have goals, I have dreams. I have no idea what God is gonna do if you continue to block me. But it ain't gonna be pretty for you. And I think that you should probably recognize what you're doing, cut your losses, and consider the consequences. It's game on. I'm taking back what's mine. You can't have it anymore. Those creatures you turned into darkness, they're turning into light. I've already turned one into light. I know I can do it to the rest. You're not taking them from me. You don't have that right. You don't have that authority. You're gonna go right back to the hole where you came from and stay the fuck there.